Well, hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas 2024, and today I'm going to answer the question of, Pete, you got 30 minutes to practice before you got to go somewhere. What kind of practice do you do? And I've got a remixed bag of discs that I'm going to throw and show you right after the intro. Okay guys, here it is. I'm just gonna do a quick, I've got 30 minutes, I don't have time to play. Well, I could do a running round, but I can't get all sweaty and hot or whatever. And this is where I just wanna keep working on my game, have a little fun. This is my quick, how I like to practice. This is my little spot. You see, I love to film my videos here because this is where I like to hang out. I consider this kind of like my driving range. And so what I'm gonna do is, I've got a full remix bag, except for I've thrown in a Berg, and a range for putting. But I'm kind of just playing around with a new bag, and I'm playing with all these remix discs. And so I just thought this would be a great practice where I'm just throwing, and the key here is I'm not throwing hard. I'm working on my timing and control, and I'm just trying to throw everything to that basket, and then I throw it back here, and just do that a couple times, warm up the body, keep things going, and it's a great way to just enjoy the practice. Now, you know, I could get targeted with putting and some other stuff like that, but when I just need to work on my timing, my drives, I feel like I'm just not on where I need to be, or I need to work on new discs, this is where I come. And so that's all we're gonna do today, is we're gonna do a quick practice round, bring you along with us. Let's go throw some. Okay, now I've already done my obligatory warm up, which means, you know, it was real in depth, and you know, I'm so limber. So now I'm just gonna start, and what I do the first round is I start with my drivers and work my way down, because this is not a full pull for a driver, and so hopefully I'm letting my body get warmed up. If I start with my putters, which for some reason we always seem to want to start with the putters and work our way the other way, but I've got to throw them harder if I start with the putters, because they're about that distance is what I can throw with a putter. So you want to go with the drivers and work your way down so that you're letting your body kind of warm up. Hope that makes sense. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do these in order. I'm going to start with the behemoth, and I've got 3 of them right now, and the numbers are 12, 4.5, 1, and 3. And these are basically, you can think of them like a destroyer. I've got 3 of them in my bag because I want to have one that's going to be my overstable, one that's going to get beat up and go straight, and one that's going to be a little more flippy. And so I've got them all in the bag right now, but I'm going to start to highlight some of the other ones I'm going to beat up and kind of cycle through those. So that's why I've got these 3. So the nice thing is I know I can just throw these pretty easy out there and just let them crash back. And I'm just trying to give them a decent little run at the basket, but I'm not having to throw too hard, get the body warmed up. All right, so then I'll jump up to my 10 speed. So I've got the Goliath, which is a 10.5, 4.5, -1, 2.5. The nice thing is having that backstop there. I can give it a little run at it and not worry about it. All right, now we've got the Rumble, which is a 10, 5, -1, 2. And I'm liking the Rumble. All right. So then we're going with the Spartans, which are a 9, 6, -2. And I've got 2 of those, same kind of deal. I'm gonna keep one a little more stable and one that I'm gonna beat up a little more, be a little more flippy, like my Valkyries. Turn that one over a little bit. But I do want the flip on that. I kind of overcooked it. Let's try this. It's better. All right, so now the Ronin is an 8, 4.5, 0.2. So it's kind of like a T-Bird 3 is what I think about. A little low, but it'll get there. Next, the haymaker, which is a 9404. So it's basically like your Firebird. So I want to crank this around. Little skippy. All right, Mercenary is the newest one I have, and it's a 6.5 minus 2.1. Kind of like a Crave. I'm liking this. This is kind of a point and shoot. I turned it a little bit more. But boy, I like the flight on that. One of the things, having a set up like this that you go throw over and over again, you've got visual cues that can help you, just like I say, go out on the football field or whatever. I can immediately, as soon as I throw it, see how it's going to fly in comparison to all the other discs I've thrown, so I get that immediate feedback of how that disc is doing and how I'm throwing. Does that make sense? Having a consistent place to practice is very good. All right, now we'll do the trolls. So I got a little out of order. That was a 6.5. These are 7.5, 4.50, and 2. So, all right. Now come on back. Come on back. It's all right. I pushed here. Plus, the glow troll is going to be the more stable one of those two. The other one I'm going to beat up a little bit more. All right, and then we've got our 5 speeds. And I'm going to start with the Gladius that is overstable. It says 5.5, 0.5, minus 0.5 and 1, but it's more like a 3, I think. Maybe a 2.5 on its fade at the end. Yeah, see how it's just diving. It's a little chunky. All right, now the torpedo is like the Mustang for mint disc, I believe. Anyway, these are just pretty much point and shoot, a little bit of fade at the end. Well, let's make sure to get it nice and high. Well, I floated at it. All right, let's keep this a little lower. Just a nice, smooth, straight run at it. And then the Creature, which is a lot like my uplink. It's a 5.5 minus 3.1, and it's just gonna do a little flip up for me. Just did that pop up and ride straight. A lot of fun. And the final 2 remix is the Eldritch. If you haven't seen Robbie C's putter challenge, the Eldritch, and then the Detonator. Detonator's a little more stable than the Eldritch. Oh, dang it, I don't have the numbers on it. I think this is 3301 for the Eldritch, and this is 3301.5, but they tend to skew a little more stable than that. Just a nice smooth flight, and this one's a little chunkier. All right, so a quick throw. I didn't count how many that was, but now we just go down there, pick them up, throw them back the other way. All right, so now I actually have a rock here that I use as kind of my spot for going back. And the good news is when I was practicing going this way, especially because it's my first round, I can kind of throw past it at the basket and not worry about touch. Well, coming back, throwing to the island, I have to start working on my touch. So it's kind of given me 2 different styles of practice here. One is just, can I throw it? And the other one is, can I throw it with touch? So, and we're not even getting to the forehands right now. This is just for the backhands. And let's face it, if I screw up with one of these, they're going to become the one that's going to become the flippy one, because it'll be chewed up on the road and I'll start beating it up. So this might choose which one's going to be the flippy one. Oh, that's early. I just did a video that'll come out sometime about decelerating versus accelerating, and I just decelerated into that throw. All right. Just send it up there and let it drop. Oh, came close. Now the big thing, will it stay on the hill? Throw it out a little wider, let it check up. Yep. All right, now we'll do the Goliath. Oh, that's got a little extra glide and it's just carrying a little far. Ooh, I like that disc, but man, did you see it get a little rise? There may be a crosswind coming. All right, let's try the rumble. Oh, I decelerated once again. Let's face it, having the road, knowing these things can get beat up, and large trucks going by, you tend to get a little hesitant. And this kind of reminds me of tournament play. You're not loose. You're kind of worried about, you kind of hunch up, you're a little worried. I need to relax. Here, I'm gonna do a Spartan, and I'm just gonna accelerate. Yep. All right, let's go a little higher. Accelerate. Very good. Now the haymaker. Let's face it, if I needed to do something like this, this would be the disc I would use for something like this. I'm starting to tell myself the mantra, accelerate. Yep. All right, now the Ronin. Close. All right, now we got the two trolls. Now I know this one's a little more stable. And now the other troll. That one's gonna fade off a little over the top of the basket because I just I can tell when I'm not accelerating, when I'm not doing that snap, and I'm kind of flowing through it. It's not bad, but it's not as good as it could be. All right, now the mercenary, I'm getting to the point where I can start to, instead of just diving at it, I'm gonna try to get this one just straight and stop at the basket. Little fade at the end, but on the island. Same thing with the Gladius. I'm gonna do a little flex here. Wow, that's still stable. That's going off the island, maybe. All right, now the torpedo, right at it. A little soft, let's see, does it get there? Yep. All right, now I'm gonna do a hyzer with this torpedo. I'm coming close. I'd like to get one of those just right in there. All right, now the creature, I'm gonna do a flip up hyzer. Just let it push a little and then just drop. Yep, and let's face it, I'm on camera, I'm trying to run at the basket a little more than usual because it would look nice. And then finally, the Eldritch and the detonator. Eldritch, just to get used to the stability of it, I'm gonna throw this one straight and let it fade. Just to see how much it'll fight back. I put on a little more anhyzer than I meant and just pushed it right by the basket. All right, so the detonator I'm gonna send out. Yep, so there you go. That is a quick, 10 minutes doing that. And now what I would do is I'd go do the forehands. And if I have time, we might try it. So now we're gonna try the forehands. There's a reason why I leave it for second, because if I only got a certain amount of time, I throw the backhand first. Start with the behemoth. Oh, just got the nose up. I got to get that nose down. I have a YouTube channel that, yeah, so both.
Long time ago.
Oh, I've been recording that whole time. Awesome. All right, well, hey, I got a disc golf game to go, so I'm going to throw these real quick and then get out of here because I don't like you all that much either. Hook up. Wow. All right. So these are remix discs. I'm going through and showing, I'm trying to build a remix bag. They're MVP. I'll tell you about it when we're on the course. All right, so these are flippy, so I got to throw these. Not like that. Hey, Matt, remember where that one went, because that was crap. A little more flip up, that was nice. All right, the Ronin should be a little bit stable. And the Haymaker. That's super stable, look at that sucker. The Troll. Then the other Troll. Look at the difference in stability in the Glow and the regular. All right, what I got here? All right, the Mercenary, I should just throw it straight at it. Oh, I'll roll that over. Look at that roller. Gladius. Fight back for me. I'm not throwing the putters forehand because my arm will fall off. See, that's my mistake, is rolling over on the forehand. I still can't fight it. All right, this is understable, so I got to put it over here. Got a lot of work to do on my forehands. All right, well, there you go, guys. That's enough playing around. I'm going to go play with my buddy Matt, and I'll see you next time. Thanks you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you out on the course.